I learned this slowly. I noticed it in the way he paused before answering simple questions. I noticed it in the short messages he typed and deleted. I noticed it in the silence that came between us. His silence always carried her name. I met him at a small gathering hosted by a friend. He sat across the room with a calm look. He smiled at me once. That smile stayed in my mind the entire night. I thought I met someone who wanted a quiet life with a clear future. I thought I met someone who knew what he wanted. I was wrong. He started sending messages every morning. He asked about my work. He asked about my day. He sent pictures of sunsets and roads he liked. I felt special. I felt seen. I felt chosen. He made everything look real. We talked for months. We grew close. He took me to places he said he usually kept to himself. He said he wanted to build something steady. He said he wanted to forget his past and move forward. I believed him. I trusted him. I let my guard fall. We got married after a year. It felt quick. But he said he wanted to move ahead. He wanted to start fresh. He wanted peace. I thought I gave him peace. He told me I did. Our first few months felt stable. We cooked together. We watched movies at night. We talked about plans for a new home. But even in those calm days, I felt a shadow. It was small at first. It grew with time. The first sign came one evening when he left his phone on the couch. A notification popped up. I recognized the name. It was his ex. The message was short. She only wrote, "Can we talk?" He froze when he saw me looking at the screen. He said it was nothing. He said he did not care. He said she needed closure. I accepted his explanation because I did not want to believe anything else. But I saw the way he replied. He typed fast. He breathed heavy. His eyes changed. He looked alive in a way he had not looked for weeks. Days passed and her presence grew. She sent long messages. She asked him how he was. She reminded him of days they shared. She sent old pictures. She asked if he missed her. I watched his face every time her name appeared. His expression softened. He acted like he did not want to reply. But he always replied. I asked him if he still had feelings for her. He said no. He said he respected me. He said he ended that chapter. But his eyes did not support his words. One night he fell asleep on the sofa. His phone slipped from his hand. The screen lit up. She had sent a voice note. I knew I should look away. But I could not. Her voice sounded warm. She told him she thought about him. She told him she made a mistake leaving him. She told him she still cared. I placed the phone on the table and went to bed. I did not sleep. I waited for him to come to the room. He arrived late. He smelled like stress. He avoided looking at me. He turned his back. His breathing stayed uneven. The next morning I asked him again. I told him I wanted honesty. He stayed quiet. I watched him struggle with his reply. His silence gave me the answer before he spoke. He said he tried to move on, but he could not forget her completely. He said she was a big part of his life. He said he loved me, but he loved her first. His words hit me hard. I felt something inside me drop. I felt a kind of stillness that did not feel normal. He reached for my hand, but I stepped back. Days turned into weeks. I tried to rebuild us. I tried to become someone he could look at without thinking about her. I tried to fill the spaces she left. But those spaces were deep. Those spaces belonged to memories that were stronger than my presence. He kept talking to her. He said he wanted to end things fully. He said he wanted closure. But closure never came. His messages grew longer. His calls lasted hours. He said they talked about old times. They talked about mistakes. They talked about why things fell apart. I watched him drift from me slowly. I felt myself losing energy. I felt myself losing confidence. I questioned everything. I questioned why he chose me. I question why he married me. I question why he could not let her go. One afternoon I found him staring at a picture of her. It was an old photo. She smiled at the camera. He looked at the screen with something that hurt me. He shut it quickly when he noticed me, but I saw enough. I asked him one last time. I wanted clarity. I wanted truth. I wanted to know if he still loved her. He took a long breath. He looked down. He told me he loved me, but he never stopped loving her. He told me he tried to bury his feelings, but they stayed. He told me he felt torn. I did not cry. I did not shout. I felt something sharper. I felt betrayed. I felt replaced. I felt small. I walked away from him for the rest of the day. I needed space. I needed air. I needed to understand my own strength. That night I looked at myself in the mirror. I told myself the truth. I told myself I deserved someone who chose me fully. I told myself I deserved a life without competition. I told myself I deserved love that did not come second. The next morning he asked if I was upset. I said no. I said I was awake now. I said clarity helped me. He asked what I meant. I told him I wanted distance. I told him I needed separation. I told him I could not live with half love. He did not fight it. He did not try to stop me. He lowered his eyes. He nodded. His silence confirmed everything I already knew. I moved out after 2 days. I packed my clothes. I packed my books. I packed my peace. He stood near the door watching me. He looked sad, but he did not ask me to stay. I left with a steady heart. He loved me, but he never left her. One chose myself.